Welcome back to the channel. This is Kitten 7770 back with another. Oh, that was a nasty hit. I hope I didn't damage the battery with that, because I was only missing 6 power cells. I'll find out when I check it. Where was I? I was welcoming you to my next episode of, or my current episode of Escape from Mars. I am not doing an intro over again. I've successfully gotten the battery out of the hole, and I'm going to drop it down onto Endeavor. First, I will park and queue up the 6 power cells that I need. I really wish I could see what build state it's, or which angle the build state is in currently. I'm not familiar with it that much, so if it goes in on the wrong angle, I'm not fixing it. And I'm one of the ones that can't stand things to be turned around the wrong way, but I'm just going to turn a blind eye this time because I had enough trouble getting this thing out of the ground as I did. So I've queued up the parts, and let's get it onto Watermelon. Now I'm not gonna weld pad this one. I'm gonna use merge block because honestly I'm running a bit low on computers, so I can't keep wasting parts on the weld pads. Ooh, unknown signal. No, I shouldn't get distracted. I do need more stuff though. Oh, that's right. The unknown signals could get me some additional supplies. I should go out and collect a bunch of them. So let me see. I've grabbed the battery where I shouldn't hurt the truck, hurt Watermelon too much. This will be a bit more of a challenge because I have to drop it in a 2x1 hole. But I've made Sprout very well. Could easily fit in this little spot. Don't mind the sparks. They're normal. As long as I don't torch the framework, I'm good. That looks about as close as I can get it. There we go. It's not attached yet, but I've got 2 batteries on Watermelon. Let me see. There's one more battery in here, and that's down in the ice area. And I would have loved to have been able to grab this battery rack by the chair. I just can't lock to the chair. I've tried auto locking, I've tried manual locking. There's no lock point on the top of this chair. Sad day. So, just gonna have to grab it normally. Would have been funnier if I could grab it by the chair though. Got it. And back through the maze I go. Oh, it looks like I missed a light. Meh. Don't need any more. I only needed 6 batteries for the trailer, for Endeavor's trailer. I haven't really been working on Endeavor's trailer to make it a gun trailer. For one, I don't have the ammo. So that's a good reason not to build it right away. I'll have to go after some ammo shipments at some point. And I don't really matter. It doesn't really matter what ammo shipment. Gatling would be the easiest, but there's also autocannon out there, as well as, well, there's autocannon, and is there another type of ammo? I haven't actually checked yet. Also, I should eventually check out that weapon research facility, or that secret weapons research area. Might give me more advanced guns.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery X539. ep23.
Arrived safely. Okay. Let me see. Where am I at? I've lost my place on the script. Ah, here it is. Gotta weld up that battery. And gotta start emptying out to this large cargo container. Wait, no. I can't empty it out until I make the large cargo container. Before I do that, I need the merge blocks for the battery. Why do I do that sometimes? Two merge blocks. 3 merge blocks in case I mess up. I don't think I'll be able to do it on this side because the battery is twisted. Yeah, no. I don't think I can even do it with this out of the play. Because it's going to be pushed into the merge block I'm trying to merge into. I'll try it, but I'm worried about this angle. Yeah, no, I can't place it. I could get here though. Alright. Looks like I'm making the merge block on the other side. I've also found a better armor shape for this lower area, which I will be switching to once this is merged in. It should just snap. Yeah, got it. Whew. For a moment there I had the feeling it wasn't going to snap. Let's check that. Get the ramp back in and check that battery. Oh, that's bad. I damaged it when I clunked it. I destroyed many more power cells. Well, that's gonna suck. I'm running out of nickel as it is. I'm also running out of grids. I'm gonna have to hit some grid shipments. Ammo first. Doesn't matter which type, I could just break it down in the assembler. There's also the 2 I broke here. Eventually that will be on the trailer. I guess in the meantime, while waiting for the power cells to produce, I could start transferring stuff up. I could build... Nah. I want to get this battery built without getting distracted otherwise. Still need a few more. I should also weld up the plates down below. On top of that, let's start getting in that better armor shape. Low on power. Not that low, but since my new base does have power on it already, I don't have to keep running back and forth to the med bay. I could just charge up right here by sitting down. Not as fast as the med bay, but effective. Whew. Alright. That's all the cells I need to fix it. No, I didn't lose any charge. I'd already drained it a bit by connecting Sprout to it to recharge while it was down in the ice mine. I want there to be heavy armor on the sides of the containers. Ow! Just to give it that much more protection from what I'm going to be fighting. Though I don't want to take this really into combat. I primarily want to use Endeavor and Endeavor's trailer for the combat. The thing I thought of was being able to put wheel wells over the wheels. So if I do get attacked by, say, an aerial drone, it will have a harder time hitting the wheels. This also means I'll have to be changing out all the side armor. And I'll be doing that with the corner slopes. Well, not the corner slopes. This one. Just take the one with the cut corner and we're good. Yes, I'm cutting corners on this. It's going to give it a rounder appearance if I do it this way. Make sure to keep to my paint job. And this block right here shouldn't be interfering with the wheels at all. Grind this one. That way I can put a half armor or a slope block. A half block. It's still a half block. Slope. Oh right, don't have the grids. Over the area of the wheel. Whew. Still have to weld the floor a bit. Basically, this is what I mean. Only in black. Really need to move those closer to each other so I can just swap between them. And I'll repeat the pattern on this side. Is that correct? No. Go out another block. Then I could do my wheel well. There we go, that's better. In hindsight, I probably should have ground these down because I was going to change the wall anyways, but it made putting that battery in more exciting, didn't it? Well, I haven't decided on how I'm going to do the ramp yet, or the elevator, for the center bit. I know I'm going to have to fiddle with pistons, as well as have this thing locked down to the ground,
Delivery X5
in case I need it.
ep23.
And what convoy was that? I missed it. Oh well. Let me see. Where was I at? Do I weld the floor? Yeah. First I'm gonna grind out the bottom down here and fill it with a small cargo container. Then I'll put the large cargo container on top of it. That way I'll have access. Well, I should hopefully have access from Watermelon on ground level if I'm below it. And since I'm going to be removing red from my paint bar, I'll add it to these wheels. It is December after all. Makes the wheels more festive. No, I don't want to do that right there. That was accidental click. And there you have it. Black and green are next to each other. Components for the small, don't have enough space for the large components. Watermelon is coming together. Piece by piece. That is the small grid block. Why won't you switch to the large grid block? Finally! Yes, that one I made sure it was straight. Time to weld the floor. Then I'll place the container. In hindsight, I could weld the floor from below, but it's less cost if I do it from above. The cost being hydrogen, which I still use quite often anyways, because I have access to it. Meanwhile, while I'm doing this, Endeavor and Sprout are gaining charge. I'm going to need that charge, because I'm going to be assembling more things from the old base onto the new base. Now these containers actually do have an up and down, and it's facing up. Is that still what I need? No, it's not. Okay, make a new one. Because I had components and computers on me. So I'm gonna grab those. And some more plate. And probably some of this other stuff. So I can get it into the large cargo container, enabling me to start moving stuff over. I'm hoping to have it unloaded by this episode, but I'll have to see what happens. I might get left with... Though if I work at it diligently, I may just be able to get this thing emptied. Well, the other one.
Energy low.
Of course it is. I was just sizing up the area to give me some more... to give me the dimensions to try to figure out how to fit a large hydrogen tank in that space. I kind of messed up on that cut there. Oh well. This is what I get for not fully reviewing the edit before trying to voice it. I've got it just about unloaded. Still a few components left, mostly ice and scrap. I've fallen into another hole. I should feel that while it's on my mind. I'm doing light armor over the main part of the wheel well, because it's got another block behind it. Oh boy. Let's see where I'm at in the episode. I cannot tell if this... Oh, here we go. About halfway through. Alright. I'm liking it. Watermelon's coming together little by little. It's gonna be a pain trying to move those solar panels though. Ugh, so much ice still. I'm not even sure where I would put the solar panels on Watermelon, because I don't have it built up yet. I do know where I'll put the oxygen generators and engines though. So I'll get started with that. Technically I only have one engine. I'll have to build the second one. When I have the materials to build it. I had grabbed the parts for a container. Oh well. There. That gives me 2 small cargo containers and a large. This should keep a large amount of whales. Whales? A large amount of weight by the wheels. Oh, I get what I did. I combined weight and wheels together to wind up with whales. The things I say sometimes.
Energy low.
That needs to be green. No, that's black. That's right. That's the correct color. Let's get these oxygen generators, at least put the wireframe placement of them. I could always change them later. Reasonable. Now the other side.
Tower reports convoy arrived.
Oh, it's construction components. Not the most useful. Not when I have so much steel plate to break down. Alright, that's where the O2 gens are gonna go. Let's get a... Let's see. I'm gonna transfer probably Sprout up to Watermelon, because I'm gonna have to move this container. Alright, it's free. Time to go. Move. Oh, I think I know why. This connector's a station. Gonna have to break it free and then jump in my ship before it falls over. Yee! I've already ground out a spot for this to go over the container. I may wind up moving it later, but for right now, this is where it's gonna go. I'm doing this so I could get Sprout to drop off all the ice I need in one shot. Probably won't place like this. It would be more convenient if placed in this direction. But without having to... But without... No, it's not. I'm going to turn sideways. I would need to have ground down another block to get into this spot. Oh, yeah, I've got it lined up a bit. Just need to drop it down, and I hit Watermelon with my landing gear, didn't I? Yep. I'm really glad that dropped where I needed it. Did not have to pick that thing back up. This means Sprout head can be transferred over to Watermelon. Now, the downside about this is I won't have charge coming into Watermelon. That's the downside. Still though, it's progress. I debated for a while whether I wanted to use merge blocks or weld pads for getting the engine over here, and honestly, I couldn't find any place to stick a merge block. So I'm just going to disconnect it, pick it up, and transfer it over. Seems the only attachment point this thing has is the back. Yep. Oh, I guess it's a ship already. Now, this is explosive, so I don't want to bump it or jar it in any way. Hopefully that's good enough, though it's at a really janky angle. Whew. And it's quite heavy. I'm having to constantly compensate for its weight. Because when I let off the throttle, I start sinking. Good to know. Oh, that means getting it into place is going to be that much harder. I kind of angled it so that its other thrusters can help support. So it wasn't sinking as quickly, but it was still sinking, regardless. Well, I suppose actually the reverse thrust may have helped hold it in place. I am not going to fit in that spot. To grind out the scaffolding. Alright, let's give this a go. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. That would be disastrous at this point. It's not quite lined up, but it's getting there. Probably have to pull the nose up a bit. Is it there? Should be welding any moment now. There we go. Whew. Alright. That gives me an emergency energy source. Time for a more difficult part, and that's getting the well, it's not really difficult. I'm going to be moving hydrogen from one tank into the next tank. Then I'll grind down the old tank. Wait, what could go wrong? As you can see, I've been working hard getting stuff. Oh. Oh, that's right. I need parts for the small hydrogen tank I'm building. But I have started transferring some of the stuff over, as you can tell from inside this container. should break down some of those tools. At least the basic ones. Keep the others for emergencies in case I lose my tools. Because I believe I'm running with tools, spawn with tools turned off. I'll have to check that though. I'm not entirely sure. And if it's on, I'll turn it off. That will give each clone more value. Now I get to decide, do I want it piped to the base or not? I guess it wouldn't hurt if I piped it. Alright, just grab the components from... I don't need to grab them from here. There's something I grabbed from them at the shack. It's in the ground next to the large cargo container. This conveyor corner. It's going good. Very good. Now there's just ice left in that container. And I can fill up this... Wait, why is it... No! The O2 gen. I forgot to turn it off. Why did I do this to myself? Why? How much went in? 0.6. Not the worst. But that means there's 0.6 I won't be able to get from the tank in the ground, so I'll probably just, you know, detach it. This should be about empty now, and it is. Need to stand up for a bit. I'm getting too comfortable in my chair. I've had a long day today for editing. It's not just Filmora 13 I use. I break down what I film with the screen capture system, which is Filmora 13, and I break it down with the Easy Movie Maker. That puts it into smaller chunks so I can more easily work with. Then I use Windows Voice Recorder to record my voice, since recording it with Filmora doesn't come out with the best quality. It's better to record the voice separate. So that is 3 separate programs that I use on the regular to get these videos out. In case anyone was curious how you do it. Well, there's probably other ways you can do it, it's just this the route I chose. I suppose up and over will work for this. That way I can get it to fit next to this large cargo container. And that's another reason why I need heavy armor, Because if I have a hydrogen tank explosion, I'm gonna lose this entire area. There, now it's straight. So I will grind down this conveyor block. Oh, first I'll move Sprout, then I'll grind down the conveyor block. Grind down the conveyor tube next to it. Finish unloading the ice into, I guess, the shack's small cargo containers. There should be enough room in there for that to fit. Which should allow me to get the large cargo out of the ground by grinding it away. Alright. Still not quite ready to move that tank yet. I will get to that. For right now, it's just kind of set on top of the base. Hopefully the solar panels won't bump it. That would suck. Finally have an empty large cargo container. I was hoping to get this move done in this episode, but it looks like it's going to carry over to another one. It is a fairly large move. Whew. Let's see. I placed the merge block on my path. That's the wrong one again. I keep doing that. That's the small grid one. The large grid one is over here. So I'll block my path, put the merge block, no. Well, that's going to be about it for this episode. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, family, and all that jazz.